Super Mario Galaxy is one of the greatest games of all time, so when Nintendo announced a movie based on it, I had thoughts, a lot of thoughts, so today we're diving straight into the Mario Galaxy movie and my thoughts about it.
Batter up!
First off, this movie looks absolutely gorgeous. The visuals look stunning and the animation looks great. Everything from the colours to the lighting looks like it was made to stand out, and it really captures the look Mario Galaxy is known for. And honestly, the galaxies themselves look beautiful. Every shot looks like it was taken straight out of the original game but upgraded for a movie. The stars in the background, the glow on the planets, the little details floating around in space, it all just looks amazing. It really feels like they wanted to make this movie look magical and they nailed it. And there's also that quick shot of Mario and Luigi in what looks to be the Sand Kingdom from Super Mario Odyssey. The second I saw that desert area with the 3 floating pyramids in the background, it became clear that the movie wasn't just sticking to Mario Galaxy. They're mixing in stuff from other Mario games too. Seeing the Sand Kingdom show up for even just a couple of seconds tells me this movie is going bigger with its world building. It's not just galaxies in space, it's different kingdoms and locations from all across the whole Mario series. That one shot alone opens the door for even more references and maybe even more worlds showing up later in the movie. And right after the Mario and Luigi scene in the Sand Kingdom, we get this quick shot of Peach actually fighting. She's surrounded by enemies and she jumps into action with her umbrella. The whole area behind her glows pink, green and blue colours, with the floor glowing yellow with what looks like a reference to the slot machine King Boo fight in Super Mario Sunshine. Almost like some bonus or challenge room, and Peach just looks completely locked in. This little moment shows that Peach isn't just waiting around in this movie, she's part of the action, taking on enemies herself and looking confident while doing it. And then we finally see Bowser Jr., which was such a cool moment because he was in the original Galaxy games and his appearance honestly changes everything. The trailer shows him standing there with that angry look on his face, and you can tell he's going to play a big role in this movie. He isn't treated as a joke either. He looks serious, focused and ready to cause problems. Seeing him here tells me that the story is going in a new direction. And then we get the biggest clip of the trailer. We get our first look at Rosalina. The second she appears, the whole tone shifts. She looks calm, powerful and mysterious, just like in the Galaxy games. The animation on her is beautiful too. Her hair, her dress, the glow around her, everything feels exactly like Rosalina should. And the trailer doesn't just show her standing around either. She actually takes out a giant robot in one shot, which tells me they're giving her a much more active role. Rosalina already feels like she's going to be a huge part of the story, maybe guiding Mario through the galaxies or helping them fight what threat Bowser brings. Now, I want to go over why the Mario Galaxy series is honestly perfect for a movie. The games already feel cinematic, every galaxy has its own theme, its own atmosphere and its own story to tell, which is something a movie can show off really well. The whole idea of travelling planet to planet gives the story endless places to go, and the visual style of Galaxy is already beautiful on its own. Plus you've got Rosalina's story, the Lumas, the Comet Observatory, and the emotional tone the games had a lot of. That already lines up with what you'd expect from a big animated movie. Mario Galaxy has the scale, the characters, the visuals, and the emotional moments to make a really strong film, so adapting this series just makes sense. And the tone of this movie already feels really different from the first Mario movie. The first one was fun, colourful and light-hearted, and it mostly focused on the Mushroom Kingdom. This one feels way bigger and more serious. The galaxies, the space travel, the darker colours in some shots, and even Rosalina's scenes give it a more emotional vibe. It still has the fun Mario energy, but there's definitely a more dramatic and adventurous tone this time. It looks like the first one was the introduction, and this one is where the story really opens up and goes for something deeper. Some people are worried that mixing Mario Odyssey stuff with Mario Galaxy could mess up the story, but honestly, I don't think it will. The Mario universe has always borrowed ideas from different games, and the first movie did the same thing too. The Sand Kingdom showing up doesn't mean the whole movie is suddenly an Odyssey plot, it just means they're expanding the world and giving us more places to see. The main focus is still clearly the galaxies, Rosalina and the space adventure. Adding 1 or 2 Odyssey references doesn't change the core story, it just makes the world bigger and feel more connected, so I don't think the Odyssey stuff is going to interfere at all. Another thing I want to talk about is the characters we might see in this movie. In the Nintendo Direct, when they revealed the trailer, they literally said, fan favourites to deep cuts that long-time fans will recognise. That line alone tells me this movie is going to be packed with characters from all over the Mario series, and since they're already mixing Galaxy and Odyssey references, that means we could see anything from classic Mario enemies to characters we haven't seen in years. It feels like they're really trying to make this movie a celebration of Mario history, not just a straight Galaxy adaptation, so that makes me wonder who else could show up. Maybe more Lumas, maybe Rosalina's story characters, maybe even bosses from the Galaxy games. And if they're adding deep cuts like they said, we could see characters that haven't been used in forever just as a fun reference for long-time fans. The first Mario movie already did this with its cameos, so this one could go even bigger. Another thing I want to talk about is the music, because the Mario Galaxy soundtrack is one of the best video game soundtracks ever made. The orchestral themes in the original games were emotional, powerful and memorable, and they instantly made Galaxy feel special. If the movie uses even a little bit of that soundtrack, it's gonna hit so hard hearing something like Gusty Garden Galaxy or Good Egg Galaxy playing during a big scene. The music alone could make this movie feel magical. The trailer already hints that they're keeping that same emotional space adventure tone, so I'm really hoping that the full movie brings back some of these iconic themes. And overall, I'm just excited for this movie. Everything in the trailer shows they're trying to go bigger than the first one. The visuals look amazing, the characters look great, the action scenes are fun, and the story looks like it has a heart. Mario Galaxy is one of my favourite Mario experiences, so seeing it turned into a full movie is something I never thought I'd get to see. The mix of galaxies, kingdoms, new characters, and emotional moments make this movie look like a huge step up. If the final film is anything like we saw in the trailer, this could end up being one of the best video game movies ever made. But those are all my thoughts on the Super Mario Galaxy movie so far. The trailer honestly gave us way more than I expected, and it looks like this movie is going to be something really special. The visuals look amazing, the characters look great, and the whole space adventure vibe is exactly what I hoped for. I'm really excited to see how the full story plays out when the movie drops. But anyways, let me know what you think about the trailer and what galaxies or characters you want to see in the movie. This video was very fun to make, and it was my first Mario discussion video, so that's good. But anyway, thanks for watching. A like and subscribe would be very appreciated, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.